Hey, 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 y'all. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone had a fabulous Friday, y'all. I got my Christmas shopping done today, y'all. I was so darn excited. I was like, we did it, Jim. We did it. Y'all, it's crazy out there, too, today, y'all. I was like, is this the last Friday to shop? And then it dawned on me, no, there's another Friday. But I'm just going to tell you right now, it felt like today was it because people were wild, y'all. Man. So listen, when you're hopping on, hit the heart button and let me know you're here. If you have never been to my live, if you are new, welcome, welcome. My name is Shonda, and y'all, I am from Northwest Georgia. And y'all, I just like hopping on and having fun with y'all, really. Hanging out, talking, chatting, doing the things. But I really love to craft. So, we are going to do a cute little project tonight, y'all, with this really cute transfer, right? So it's not really Christmassy. It's just cold. It's just wintry. I know that people are still doing Christmas projects, but I felt like, well, you know, we got a week left, y'all. We got 1 week. So I thought, okay, let's do one that we can go right on into the winter with. Perfect, right? Now, this transfer has 3 cute little transfers on it. You could use it in many different ways. I think this will be really cute, which I'm going to do. Hey, Melanie, on a t-shirt, okay, or a sweatshirt probably, because I think this one's cute. But there are 3 transfers on that one. And I'm going to be using our wood blocks tonight. Now, y'all, unfortunately, they are out of stock. So you can use whatever you want. You know, these are just, these are our wood blocks with Chocator, but you can definitely, these are pretty thick. You can definitely just cut some wood and do this same kind of thing. It's really neat because it stacks. And I love the fact that it's double-sided. So I'm going to make this. I have another one in there. How are you doing, Melanie? Girl, you staying warm? I have another one, excuse me, in there that I've done. One side is just regular, like everyday home, you know, decor. The other side was Christmas. This one, I'm going to do this looking like a winter theme. And then the other side is going to do Easter. So that's what I love. And then I can set it in a corner and you won't see the back. And that's it. I always leave the sides white. Or I try to, y'all. I don't do great sometimes. Hey, y'all. How is everyone doing? Thank y'all for hopping on. Listen, if you're new, hit the heart button and tell me where y'all are from. Okay, let me cut this apart, y'all. We're going to get busy. And these have not been scored. I have not used this one yet. When I was about to hop on, I was like, okay, which one am I going to do? And my toes are cold and my nose is running, so I was like, let's do something Frosty. Because I feel like Frosty the Snowman right about now. Y'all, I'm cold. Okay, these 2, y'all, I'm going to leave them exactly as they are. And you can see our surfaces, a lot of them look the same way. They're the wood look with the, I mean, this is coming through. It's the grain. So you can see the grain on them. So these 2 I'm going to leave, okay? But this one, Chocator themselves actually did a little project, which I liked. I thought it was really super cute. I had an idea, and then I looked at theirs, and it was so similar. I was like, we're doing it. So I'm using my favorite color, y'all, Dusty Blue. This is my favorite. My mom calls it Old Man Blue. I don't know why. She just does. And then Storm. So Storm is just our really pretty gray. So I think these 2 colors together are a perfect Frosty marriage, right? Perfect. And I'm also going to be using some of our tape. Now, y'all, if y'all are crafters, somebody made a comment the other day, called it some kind of tape. And I was like, what is that? And it basically just meant placement tape. But y'all know what I'm talking about? There's a word for it. And I was like, what is that word? What are they talking about? Is it like not mastic tape or something? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. It's some sort of tape. I don't know what it was. I was like, what does that mean? Yes, you did. You did. It's Shonda. Yep. SHAWNDA. That's it. Okay, y'all, so I'm going to make some stripes, okay? I'm just going to be putting some gray stripes on here. I don't really want them all the same. So, yeah, I don't want them the same. So, I'm not going to... Washi tape! Melanie, look at you. I was like, what's that? I had absolutely no earthly idea what that was. No clue. I was like, what is a washi tape? I just figured it was like, I don't know. I just figured it was like a brand, you know, like duct tape or something like that. I was like, well, I don't know what washi tape is. You would think I have not been crafting all these years. You would think. Okay, so again, I'm just kind of, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to, I'm just putting some stripes on here. There's no kind of rhyme or reason to my stripes. None at all, literally. None. I'm just making some stripes on here, y'all. And that might not have been enough stripes, actually. That's only going to give me 3. Okay, let's do it a little different. Let's do it this way. Let's pull off that one. Let's pull off that one. And so I'll have that, and I'm going to make there we go. Okay. I think I'm good with that. I think I'm good. It's going to be a little different, but that's okay. So here's my stripes, y'all. I know, weird, right? I'm weird. Why do they call it that? Is it just like I don't understand why they call it that. It's just weird to me. I don't know. It's weird. Okay. So, again, I just wanted different. I didn't want... I'm weird. And we are going to paint with our chalk paste tonight, y'all. And I'm going to water it down just a little bit. Y'all, this chalk paste it's paste. It's chalk and paste form, so it's really, really thick. It's kind of the consistency, I always say it's a consistency of Greek yogurt. I love comparing things with food. I don't know why, it just makes my heart feel good. I don't know why. I do. I always do that. Okay, so let's get to painting, y'all. And I'm going to try to keep it on the top, okay? Try to keep it on the top. I'm only putting one coat on it. I kind of want it to look, you know, not muted, but not so stark, I guess I should say. Now, if I do get it on the sides, I can simply just sand it off, okay? No big deal. Because, again, I don't want this perfect. I just thought it'd be kind of a cool little thing. They actually had theirs, you know, kind of perfect. I am so far from that we're just going to go with my personality, which is real quirky, real crazy. Y'all, listen, we went to Oxford, Alabama today shopping, and we, at the very end, Jim, my husband, wanted some ice cream, so we decided to go to the Lord's Chicken. Okay, you know, I mean, it was right there in our little, where we were at. So we were like, let's just run there. He wanted a shake, and I love their Diet Sunjoys, right? And a cookie, right? So we're in line, and I'm watching a raffle, a live raffle that I had bought some raffle tickets from our local one of our local high schools basketball teams had a raffle. So I was watching it to see, you know, if I had won one of their amazing gifts, which I didn't. That's okay. Okay, y'all, so here we go. So, y'all, I'm in the line, we're in the line, and I'm sitting there, and the little sweet girl, she's like, y'all, I'll just sit and talk y'all's head off, and we're like, well, we'll talk to you too, you know, we'll talk to anybody, but I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention because, you know, I was trying to listen to, see if I won, you know, and so she goes, oh my gosh, I love your sweatshirt, right? Sweetest thing. All right, I'm going to pull this off, and then we're going to dry it. And I was like, oh, I wasn't even thinking about what it said. Wasn't thinking about anything because, you know, and I'm also not thinking I'm in the Lord's Chicken and, you know, I wasn't thinking. Okay, y'all, I just wasn't. So I said, oh, thank you. And she said, I love those little Debbie cakes. She goes, what does your sweatshirt say? And I said, and it dawned on me. I said, listen, honey, it's got a bad word on it. It's got a bad word on it. I completely forgot. It's not something I normally do. You know, when I bought this sweatshirt, I thought it was the funniest thing. The funniest saying, you know, what would you do for a Klondike bar, you know? And this one says, I wouldn't do anything for a Klondike bar, but I would do some sketchy for a Christmas tree, for a little Debbie, what does it say? For a Christmas tree cake. So I told her, I said, I'm sorry. It's got a bad word on it. Guess what she says? Y'all, I felt like a hill. She said, oh, that's okay. She said, I just thought it was really funny. She said, I love Christmas tree cakes. She said, I was at my youth pastor's house the other night, and we were at choir practice, and we were all fighting over the last Christmas tree cake. And I said, well, you don't want this sweatshirt for that event. I didn't know what else to say, y'all. I was like, oh, I'm such a heel. I mean, I taught it for years. I mean, I was a youth minister. Y'all. Then I was like, oh, well, it's just a word, Shonda. Calm down. Could be worse. It could be worse. So, I taped it tonight. I taped it before I came home. I taped it for y'all. Sorry if it offends. Okay, y'all. So, here are my stripes. I just wanted something different. Okay, so I am going to sand it down just a little bit to make it even more rustic. Okay, and I'll show y'all. But yeah, I felt a little bad, y'all. I felt a little bad. All right, here we go. So you see, I sanded it down. I just wanted a little bit of backdrop. But y'all, man, I felt a little bad. We got up we were pulling off, and I said, Jim, what was I thinking? He was like, Shonda, stop. It's no big deal. I was like, Jim, no, Jim. I felt terrible. But then what I do, I forgot, and I wore it tonight on live. I mean, I taped it, you know, with some tape that didn't even match. So, Lord help me. I'm sorry. Okay, y'all. So our transfers, we call these stencils transfers. Okay, they are a very just super sticky, pliable stencil basically, but we do call them transfers. So the first one we're going to put on our little, no offense, good girl, because I felt bad. I did feel bad. Oh man, Melanie, I mean, that's just me. That's just how, that's how it is. Okay, y'all, so this one I'm going to put this really cute snowflake on. Try to get it in the middle. I think we're good. Okay, and then I probably should have, I'm going to wax it just a little bit before I do that. Y'all don't forget to wax, okay? This is our, this is just some surface wax. And listen, I have put a link. I featured a link in this live, but tonight's word is Frosty. Frosty, if you are interested in supplies, just drop the word Frosty in the comments. But yeah, a little bit of wax always helps when you have painted a surface, and all it does is kind of prepare your surface, and it protects that painted area that I've done to not pull up when I take my transfer off. So you can see, and you see I like the way that kind of just made it rustic. All right, let's get rid of that. Okay. And again, all I did was I also put a little bit of fuzz on the back of this, which is just lint to keep it from being so sticky, so that it just lets go of my surface and doesn't take everything off, or, You also do not want to peel it off and rip your stencils or bend them, you know, stretch them, because they will. This is a silk screening. Everything you'll see through that is going to, you know, that's going to chalk through. So we're going to use our dusky blue on it. But y'all, man, that's just, you know, that's my life right there. That is something that's just stuff that happens to me. Just felt terrible. Oh, and then, y'all, let me tell you this other funny story. So I'm just chalking this on real quick. This is just taking my mini squeegee. This is a rubber, like, squeegee. And I dip it in my paste, and I literally put it through the silk screen. Okay, I'm putting it through the silk screen, and then you take your excess off, put it back in your jar, and my favorite part, peel and reveal. How gorgeous is that? That is so gorgeous. Melanie, I got it all done. That's what we were doing today. When all this madness happened, that's what I was doing today. So that's not even all. So we were also, all right, y'all. So this one, I'm going to sand this just a little bit, okay? And this surface is already gorgeous, but I'm gonna just rough up the edges just a little bit and sand it down, just to also kind of give it that same little rustic vibe, you know. But I'm not gonna do anything else to it but that. So just, I don't know, it's hard to see, but you can see the edges right there. We'll do the same thing on this one. So y'all, we were in a store called Martin's, which is it's a really cool clothing store over in Alabama. And y'all, we had just gotten there, right? And we are looking at this big, huge display of Hey Dudes, right? Isn't it pretty? I love it, Melanie. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Nat. So y'all, we just got there. We're in the back looking at this, I mean, ginormous stack of Hey Dude shoes. You know, Hey Dudes. So Jim and I are sitting there, and we're looking for our kids' sizes, you know, our boys' sizes. So they have two sets of cash registers, y'all. One on one end of the store, which is where we came through and just walked straight down this big, huge aisle. And then the other one was right here in front of us, literally just 20 feet, you know, from us. Y'all, we're standing there again. And again, y'all, fuzzing our transfers so they'll let loose. So we're sitting there looking, and all of a sudden, this little word was nothing in comparison to what I heard. All of a sudden, I hear this lady screaming. I mean, screaming to the top of her lungs. You threw that box at me! You threw this box at me! And we were like, oh my gosh, what in the world is happening? So we're just putting that one on there, y'all. Feelin Frosty. And then let's go ahead and just get this one ready, and then we can you love. And listen, Melody, I wish some of them were fake, because some of them you're like, why? How is this even real? Because this is my life. This is how it works for me. So we're again, okay. So I hear this, and you can tell it's an elderly lady screaming, "She threw a box at me! Get me your manager!" Y'all, about that time, I hear a young voice come out from nowhere, screaming to the top of her lungs, right? And this is like a metal kind of building. She screams to the top of her lungs, "You got me effed up." Screaming, "You got me up! You got me up!" I told Jim, I said, somebody got her up. I mean, she's mad. I look over and all I see is this pink hair running like she is hot. I thought, wait, are they fighting? Is this young girl fighting the old elderly lady? Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we witnessing? What is happening right now? Y'all. So, Okay, y'all. So the Let's Stay Cozy, I'm also going to do in our Dusty Blue. And just the Dusty Blue. I want to try something, but we're going to see if it works or not. I'm going to try this, and we'll go back and look. I want to try to offset it and make it look like it's like a three-dimensional thing. We're going to see. Girl, Melanie, I'm telling you, listen, she was screaming, "You got me effed up. You got me." I mean, screaming it to this elderly lady. And the elderly lady screaming, "Nuh-uh, you threw this box at me, blah, blah, blah." I mean, like freaking out. I was laughing so hard because, I mean, I knew there was no hands being thrown, y'all. There was nobody was getting, you know, physically hurt or nothing crazy, which there were many people between me and them, but I still wouldn't have allowed it. I don't care if the elderly lady was in the wrong, which she was. I wouldn't have let somebody, you know, whoop up on her. I just wouldn't have, you know what I mean? But, y'all. Okay, y'all, so, hold on. Let's peel this one off. So cute. Okay, I like the way that looks, but I'm going to put this down here in my water, and we're going to probably wash it and stack it. Okay, we're going to try something new. You know I love trying new stuff. I haven't ever done it. So, okay, and then the Feelin Frosty we're going to do in our beautiful Storm. This is also one. These two colors are our favorites. My favorites out of all of our colors. These are the ones. So y'all, we finished our shopping. We were in there probably an hour. We didn't hear nothing else. Like, that was it. Like, she said that a lot. Like, screaming through the store, walking. She was also running to the front. I guess they were both running to the manager at this point. So we were in there for probably about an hour. And y'all, don't forget, put your excess back in your jars. This one's Storm, Melanie. Is that one? Storm, and then this one is Dusty Blue. Wait, is it I always say Dusty. Hold on. Dusky Blue. Dusky Blue. So, yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it. So, we're in there an hour, right? And we're finished, and we go up to pay. So, we go to the other side, the one I said we walked straight in. So, it was not the same one that Little Miss, you got me effed up. Her, where she was working at. I love this on that white. And look, see how the edges are? Yes, I do too, Melanie. And they're so gorgeous together. They're beautiful together. Okay, so let me get this out, and y'all gonna see how to wash a transfer. Now, this is pitiful looking. Let's do it on this side. So this is just a dish drying mat that I bought at Walmart, and I always get them at the end of the season when they are, you can tell this one's the fall, but I get them at the end of the season when they're clearanced out. This one's a really good one. I've just washed it, but it's just really stained. I'm downstairs away from my sink, so this to me is the easiest way to clean my transfers. So I have a bucket of water down here. I put them in that while I'm finishing up my, you know, my lives or whatever, or my projects. And then I take a antibacterial wipe, okay, and put the sticky side, okay, sticky side is this side, down, okay. So we want our painted part on top. It has the most paste on it, okay, because that's where you put your squeegee. And you want to just take that off with that. Then, spray it with water. Now, we're still on that same top. We have board erasers, and I have actually put these board erasers in the cart link that I have put. And they're just very soft sponges that they're designed for our transfers, and they don't hurt it. Now, when I first started, I didn't have this, so I used just some really soft sponges. I did use the Mr. Clean erasers on the non-sticky side, and then I just use a very soft sponge on the sticky side because you don't want to lose your sticky, and our board erasers are designed for that not to happen. So, okay, next, just spray the back, take your board eraser, and you're really focused on getting it out of the silk screen. and kind of getting any big fuzz off that you've put on there. But other than that, that's it. Okay, so we now have a clean transfer. All right, so that's how you clean it. And if you did it in your sink, it would basically be the same thing. You know, just put it in your sink and do that. Now, make sure that the water you are using is not too hot. You know, you just don't want to, you don't want to lose your sticky. Take a paper towel. Okay, I know this sounds crazy. Dry paper towel. I hold it like this with my 2 fingers, and I literally just wipe down. Okay, never gets old. And then wipe down again. Okay, then because I want to use this, I am going to sit it back down on my backer sheet, okay, which normally this is how I would do. I would just put it back on my backer sheet and be finished with it. But I'm going to wipe the front because I do want to use it again tonight, okay? So, here we go, y'all. Let's do something new. Okay, I'm going to sit this one over here. We're going to take this one, and I'm going to make sure it's really good and dry, okay? Really good and dry. Then we're going to wax. Let me get my wax because, y'all, I will forget, and I will put that transfer right on there. So, anyway, we get to check out, y'all, and there's these 2 young girls checking me out, and I said, y'all, was y'all in here when all the madness went down? And they were like, yeah, it was crazy. Like, one of them had just walked in, and the other one was on her lunch, but she heard about it. The other one really heard it. And I said, what happened? Like, is everybody okay? Is everything good? And she said, yeah, they immediately fired the girl, the younger girl who was screaming at the elderly lady, even though the elderly lady threw a box at her. I guess the young girl threw the box back. Y'all, I said, oh no, the girl threw it back at her. They said, yep, she threw it back at her. And I said, oh no. And then she said, and the elderly lady was friends with the owner of this store. Because like I said, y'all, it's a smaller store. And she was friends with the owner, y'all, and they fired her. Y'all, I don't know if y'all were here the night I was talking about my Hardee's story. Remember I said the lady threw the salad at me? And I threw one back at her. It reminded me of that. I was like, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, I get it. I understand, girl. I'm sorry. Okay, y'all. So, little bit of wax. Not a lot. I'm going to protect my words, okay? So, I'm going to just wax over the words really good. And hopefully protect them from being, from that transfer. Because I'm going to lay it literally right on top of it. Melanie, I know, girl, I thought, oh, no. It took me back. It took me back to when I was 16 years old working at Hardee's. And I threw a whole thing of tomatoes on her when she said, I told you I don't want no tomatoes. Well, honey, I didn't make y'all salad. And I ain't wearing y'all salad in my hair all day without some kind of repercussion. Y'all. Okay, y'all. So I just buff off this wax. Okay. Just buff it off. And that was all dry so it doesn't hurt it. All right. Here we go. Here it is, y'all. Y'all know, I just get on here and do some craziness. Try to do something new. I'm going to fuzz this again, y'all, because I really don't want it to stick to my words. So, a little more fuzz on the back. A little more lint. And y'all see how easy that was to clean. I mean, and then this was super sticky again. Just that simple. So, yeah, y'all, our day was, but that's just how my days go. That's just how it rolls for me. Okay, so I'm going to offset this a little bit. And I will show y'all. I'm going to get it on here. And then I'm going to pull it. I'm going to lift it up and show y'all what I mean by offset. Try to get it all. I think that should do it. Can y'all see how the white, do you see the white through that? So that white part is what is going to, hey Cindy girl, the white part's what's going to chalk, okay? So, and I'm just going to do it in the gray in my storm because I just wanted a little bit of a contrast. I don't know. We're going to see if it works. I've never done it. I've seen other designers do it, but here we go. I mean, you know, here we go. It may not work because you know what I just realized I did? I did it the wrong way. It just dawned on me. All that blue is about to be covered up too. I did it the wrong way, y'all. But it was too late. I'd already started. Told y'all, I love learning with y'all. Do as I say, not as I do. Let's see if it looks okay. No, it doesn't. I don't love it. So, I did it the wrong way. Do you see it? Gummit. I knew it. It's still cute. I mean, it's going to work, but look. Let me see if I can show y'all closer up. Can you see it? How you see the blue with the gray? I wanted more blue. Yeah. Yes, Melanie, I was trying to do a shadow girl, and I said, oh, let's do the whole thing. Okay, hold on. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to dry this real quick, really good. I'm going to hope that that stays not, I don't know. We might just ruin this whole thing, but that's okay. It is good. It is. I probably should just leave it, but I can't leave well enough alone. It's ridiculous. I know, girl. Listen, Melanie, as soon as I literally chopped that L, I went, whoops, wrong way. Told you I've never done it. Oh, well. It'll be all right. Okay, we got it dry really good. Let's wax again. What more? I mean, what harm could I do now, right? I mean, it looks good. Don't get me wrong, it does. But that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. I wanted it the other way. So, let's get this. There we go. Okay. Here we go again. Let's try it again. Exactly. Well, you know I like to do stuff. I mean, you know. Now this is going to be a little tricky to see because I can't really see it. Oh well. We're going with it. We're fixing to go with it. Here we go. I'm going to do the blue again. A happy accidents. That's right, babe. All right, y'all. Let's try it again. I don't know. I don't know what this is about to do. Here we go. And I'm just taking my blue back over it. Couldn't really see through it very well. Y'all, this is how I do things. Off the hip, fun. And somehow they just turn out. They just turn out. Like my husband said, you know, happy accidents. It'll be all right. Let's just hope it looks good. It did it. Y'all, that's what I wanted. That's it. That was it. I wanted the blue to show more than the gray. Hold on, let me dry it and I will show y'all. It looks really good. This is what I wanted. I just had to do it, you know, 50 million times to get it to do. So cute. So cute. I love it. Now, I will say, two of the little spots are a little bit, because that already had paste in the silk screen, the new blue that I just put on did not go all the way through into the spots, but literally it's okay because I wanted the rustic look anyway, so it's really fine. I'm good with it. But I love it. I think it's so cute. Okay, hold on. I'll show you. So I'll make sure it's good and dry. We're good. Okay. Can you see it? Do you see how the gray and the blue, can y'all see it good? But that's what I wanted. I wanted that to kind of, it's so much better in person. It stands out. You know, it looks like my words are coming out. So this is it, y'all. So cute. And because these stack, this is it. I now have a little cute little shelf sitter for the winter. And then I will come back probably in about, I'll use this again in about a month. I'll probably start doing my Easter stuff mid-January-ish. Maybe probably the end of January, because I'll be doing, you know, Valentine's a lot through it. But I will flip this over and we'll do something for Easter, because we always have transfers that are designed for these surfaces. So, but again, these surfaces are out of stock right now, but they'll be back. They will bring these back. These are one of our greatest surfaces. So anyway, that's it, y'all. I hope y'all had a phenomenal time on here. I hope I made y'all smile. I hope I made y'all laugh. Those are real stories. And listen, I'm sorry if it, you know, offended anybody, because bad words, but I didn't say the real bad words. But it's life. It is what it is. It was funny to us. We laughed. We laughed honestly till we about cried and peed our pants. But anyway, thank y'all so much for joining me. I hope y'all have an amazing weekend. And listen, go make somebody smile tomorrow and make your day feel better. And maybe somebody will make you smile like they did us. Who knows? See y'all.